How's it going, YouTube? This is Tio Fuego back again with another video for you. Today we're going to be doing part 3 of my 3-part installation video, as we're going to be installing my T-Rex passenger backrest and grip bars. So the very first thing that you notice as soon as you get the packaging is, unlike the pegs and the seats that I got off of Amazon and eBay, this comes with instructions. I know, such like a strange concept for these parts. So the instructions seem to be pretty straightforward, but just in case, I will do a step-by-step walkthrough so you can see how it gets installed, and we're going to take a look at the final product. And then once it's all said and done, we will finally have a passenger-ready 2021 Honda Rebel 500. Okay, so here is the backrest and the grab bars. You see, it does come with a luggage shelf. Full disclosure, not sure if I'm going to keep the luggage shelf on it, but I wanted to install it with it on there. So if you do want to keep it on there, you'll at least have an idea of what it looks like with the full assembly put on there. So the thing that we're going to do, place this down, is we're going to be removing the 4 bolts on the side of the rear fender using our trusty 6mm hex key. And once again, goes without saying, I already pre-loosened all of these, so you didn't have to watch me struggle for 20 minutes trying to get these undone, because they were tightened down by the guides themselves. Once again, if you've seen my other 2 install videos, I mentioned how I stripped a couple of these nuts. Sure enough, one of these was stripped as well, so definitely keep a lookout for that. Okay, so when you do install the bar onto it, you will be using their new stainless steel bolts and washers. Once again, 6mm hex key will fit it just fine. And what it does, you install it behind the rear fender. It'll line up. So what I'm going to do is get 2 of these, align it in the front so it's in place, and then I will start to tighten up everything on its own. Probably going to hand tighten everything to start with to get everything in place, and then I will tighten it with the Allen key afterwards. Okay, so quick switch onto phone video for a top-down view here. One thing I did notice, as before I tightened up everything with the Allen key, there is a bit of a space between the frame itself and the fender. On the front a little bit as well. You see on the other side, there's a space, and the space back here. Not sure if that's going to be permanent like how it's designed, or if it'll actually shape in once I tighten it. But I just wanted to point that out in the beginning, just so if you come across the same thing, you're not overly concerned. Okay, and quick follow-up, I did notice that in the packaging there were 4 thick black spacers or washers. So those are supposed to be on the screws, and that should alleviate at least most of the gapping in between the bar and the fender. So I will unscrew those that I manually tightened, and I will put these on here and see if that makes a difference. And wouldn't you know it, as expected, the spacer does fill in the gap in between the fender and the pipe itself, the pipe of the bar itself. So, as I said before, this is why we make these videos. Because if you were just like me and just started putting everything back together again, not realizing, oh, there's a big gap in between there, well, there's a reason, because I didn't look at the packaging and the spacers that came with it. So, crisis averted. Everything is now going to look extra tight, and I'm going to once again manually put in everything on the other 4, including those black spacers, and touch base once they're all in. 4 washers in between now, and you can kind of see that it does line up much better. There's not that gap in between. So what I'm going to be doing now is to be tightening them all with the 6mm hex key. And you can see right there that the space between the bar and the fender, nice and tight, the way it should be. We'll tighten up everything, and we should be good to go. And that is the final product. So you can see nice little backrest. It does leave a little bit of a gap there, but that's okay before the passenger seat. So it does leave the opportunity to slide back and use that backrest, so you don't have to worry about the feeling that you're going to be tilting off the back of the fender. You see the spacers really got everything nice and tight up against the fender from the bar on both the front and the rear. The rear actually conformed in. Once I tightened up everything with the hex key, it got it nice and tight, nice and flat. So now everything is nice and snug. The Rebel is now ready, prepped, and equipped for passenger riding. So stay tuned. Once it starts to get warmer out, today was the freak day of like 60-degree weather, even though it's January. So once it starts getting warmer out, I'm going to try it out with a passenger to see how that looks. And we will definitely make a video for that, take that out as well. So keep a lookout for that. And that wraps it up. That's a 3-part installation video series to convert my 2021 Honda Rebel 500 into a passenger bike. I got the first video, which was the seat itself. The second video was the foot pegs, and the third and final video, which you just watched, is for the T-Rex back and grip bars. So if you haven't already, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Once the weather starts to get warmer, I will take the Rebel out on the road again, hopefully with a passenger, so we can see how that works. Until then, I hope you will enjoy your winter breaks. If you have one, obviously riding breaks, I mean. Hope you had a happy and healthy holiday season. This is Tio Fuego. Take care. Be well.